On the evening of May 12, 2022, an unsuspecting crowd of over 175 guests gathered for Housing Trust Fund Ventura County's Compassion Campaign. Being one of the county's first big live events since the COVID era began 2 years prior, spirits were high as guests were eager to mingle, meet up with old friends, and make new ones. Little did they know they were about to play a role in an interactive, immersive experience designed to drive home the human cost of Ventura County's housing insecurity crisis. As guests arrived, they assumed the fictional personas of Rosa, Ted, Carla, and Jason, folks who were unhoused, at risk of losing the roof over their head, or unable to find independent special needs housing that was safe and affordable.
When we immerse ourselves in people's experiences, then it helps us to embrace empathy.
During the evening, our MC encouraged guests to stand up and share their insights, epiphanies, and any aha moments they had during the character role play.
The interesting thing is that my mother actually has received housing in Santa Paula. And so it was a really interesting connection that was my character tonight, because as I told my table as we were talking about it, I don't know what I would have done had she not received that. So it's a really, really special connection and an opportunity for me to express my gratitude for that.
So often you come to an event and you hear about buildings and how beautiful they are, but this was really focused on people. The immersive experience was so interesting and unique, and really hearing about different people's stories reminds us of why we support the Housing Trust Fund of Ventura County. It's really about people and really helping the community. And we really got to understand who it is that we're serving.
The assembled crowd also heard from Gustavo Velasquez, the director of the California Department of Housing and Community Development.
He shared about the amount of money that the state is now putting into affordable housing that is generating new affordable housing all throughout Ventura County. It's exciting because we've had 10 to 12 years of no growth in affordable housing development. And so I'm excited because Ventura County has also been the beneficiary of multiple sources of funding that go right here and stay in this community to build affordable housing.
Closing the memorable evening, our very special keynote speaker, Daisy, took the stage. She recently transitioned from living on the streets into the newly developed Mountain View Apartments in Fillmore, where she lives without fear in a stable, clean, and safe environment.
I fell, I got back up, and I went. I just did this my whole life. And I did well. And when my mother passed away, I fell. And this time I couldn't get up. I fell really, really hard. I went to live with my boyfriend. He said we're going to stay at my brother's. I didn't know him at the garage. So I lived in this garage, and for 6 years I had a domestic violence situation that was unbelievable. And one day I said, no more. When he would throw me out, I would find the train because that was the only safe place for me to stay. And sometimes I stayed days and sometimes weeks. When I was homeless, I had a friend of mine, she kept saying, you've got to go to the Spirit of Santa Paula. This place, God, Daisy, it's a one. See, going to a shelter meant I was really homeless. It meant I failed. I'm not a winner anymore. So kicking and screaming, I went there. They got me to apply for this Mountain View Apartments, and I didn't think it could. Not with my history. You know, I don't have a good work, not good credit. I don't have anything. And they kept pushing me and prompting me. And one day, I just walked in, and we had a meeting. They said, you're it. Yeah, right. And it's only been 3 weeks. But this has been the greatest thing that's ever happened in my life. And the nice thing about this is when I go out on my balcony and have a coffee is I see the trains.
I think we were all moved by Daisy and the story of her life here in Ventura County and how the lack of affordable housing put her in a spiral. But today she's housed. She's from Fillmore, and she was able to find affordable housing in the community of which she was raised.
This unforgettable and deeply moving immersive evening demonstrated in a unique and memorable way how our lives are connected through one common need: safe, affordable housing.
It actually was a really great and eye-opening experience that I didn't expect. I think it will make a lasting impact. I think hearing from the various people, they got into the roles, and it really helped us to get into different perspectives that we probably wouldn't have considered before. I honestly was more touched than I expected to be.